Hey guys, hope you're having a good day. I'm just coming to you with a real quick question and answer video here. Just a couple of things I thought I'd rather talk about than try and type out. Start with Push here. He's got a question about trading micros and how the margins work and all that. That's a very common question from people that coming to futures after trading stocks or a lot of other instruments. And you've got the idea right here. The overnight margin is $1,000. So if you want to trade like on a daily chart and hold your trade overnight, you're going to have $1,000. Whatever the maintenance margin is on the broker's site, you do need to maintain that if you want to hold it overnight. Now the day trade margin is $40. So that means that you can trade one contract will only take up $40 a margin. Two of them will take up 80, three of them will take up 120, and so on. And you're mentioning here like, well, can I take up to 25 a day? You can take really any amount you want in a day. Just you could only have technically 25 on at once, provided you used your entire margin and you didn't have any open loss. Now Push has been trading for a while. He's profitable. That's fantastic. Having said that, if you're starting off with a new instrument in a new market, best advice I could say is try with one micro for like the first month or something, just as a learning experience. And if you're positive after the first month, well, then you can scale up. It really depends on the trade profile you're going for. How much is your target? How much is your risk? Figure that out in terms of percentages of trading capital you're allotting to this. You may have a larger chunk of trading capital sitting somewhere else, so maybe you've only got $1,000 in here for margin. You get to the point where you're comfortable enough, say allotting $5,000 of your risk capital towards futures. Well, then look at risking maybe 1% or 2% of that per trade, and then just figure out, well, how many contracts can I trade then if I've got a 10-point stop or a 5-point stop or a 25-point stop, whatever it might be. The main thing I would say, just keep your risk percentage the same. Okay, just realized I lost half of that video too. Not a good tech day for me. Anyway, we'll continue. Cut off right after Push's question there. Okay, Griminator has a question. What do I think about Renko bars? Well, Renko bars are interesting. I used to look at them when I traded Forex. I don't use them for futures. Renko bars are pretty interesting, like I say, because they only go in one direction. You only see the one full bar. There's no wicks. And the thing with that I don't particularly like is that you don't see the wicks. If a bar opens here and it goes this far up, but it comes whatever the range is down to make the next bar, you only see that as a down bar. And then the next bar starts. You don't ever see that wick that went up there. So it certainly smooths out price action, but as far as like using it to come up with a strategy or system, it never really worked for me because you couldn't see those wicks. George wants to know my opinion on trading Forex and cryptos. All right, now cryptocurrency, honestly, it's just not for me. I don't like that you can't trade it on a centralized exchange. As far as trading through these actual Bitcoin itself, through and exchanging for different cryptos, like trading the actual outright on these exchanges online or peer-to-peer, whatever. It's outside of my comfort zone, and I don't see any real reason to go there. I'm used to trading on a centralized exchange where every trade actually clears. The exchange guarantees it. To me, that's just a lot more my speed doing this professionally. Something you can try, but it's just not for me. Now, you can trade the crypto futures on the CME if you're a madman. The only reason I say that is because the volume is actually quite low. I was just looking at it. I think it's only 8,000 open interest right now. They do have a micro Bitcoin, which I think is a tenth of a Bitcoin. So a $5,000 notional value, and your margin on that is $2,000. So to me, it doesn't make any sense. And I think the full-size Bitcoin margin's like 90,000 or something. So yeah, just not for me. Forex, I came from trading Forex. When I started trading Forex, they didn't have micro futures contracts, and Forex was really the only way to get into an actual trading vessel like that with a small amount of money. And even still, if you don't have $1,000 to start trading futures, you want to throw $100 at something and just try trading, you can go and set up a Forex account, and you can trade for a micro lot. A micro lot in Forex is 10 cents per pip, which is like one tick in futures. However, I really don't see the place for Forex, for the most part now, because you're trading with individual brokers that make their own market. There's no centralized exchange trading. It's just one broker to the other. Some of them are good, some of them aren't. Some of them take the other side of your trade. Some of them pass it through, supposedly, to the interbank market. It's just too much of a gray area for me now. Now there's micro futures. When there weren't micro futures, it was the only thing, really. But now there are, You trade centralized on the CME. You've got, the spread super low on the micro ES. It's usually just one tick to the bid to the ask. Your commissions are quite low. On Forex, depending upon the currency pair, you might have, 5 tick spread or more. To me, it makes an awful lot more sense to use the futures. But I did trade Forex for quite a while. I even day traded it. That's where I found the most success with it, really. But as far as day trading Forex, compared to futures, it's a no-brainer. Futures are much more conducive to that, in my opinion. Probably going to say this wrong. Detinder, thank you for your question. He wants to know what's a good trading platform for a Canadian. Go and watch my other video there. I generally would recommend, in my experience being a Canadian, using a US broker. They give you a lot more options for platforms. I like Sierra Chart. That's my favorite. It's super light on the computer. TradingView is a web-based platform that I think is very nice, very pretty, nice looking, easy to use. Just doesn't have some of the real features that you really want a physical platform. But check out that video. I'll link it up there. That's probably a good source for that. Bottom line, I like Sierra Chart. I like the look of multi-charts. I like TradingView for charting, and maybe just starting to trade or demo trading, by all means, give it a shot. I also just want to thank all you guys that regularly comment. I don't want to miss anybody, but like Sid and Tim, George, Silverholic, Let's Try It, all you guys. It's always nice to hear from you and hear how you're doing. Louis, too. And Sid, I saw that you sent a comment there. It looks like there's a link. YouTube automatically deleted it. Sometimes they do that if they see a link and they figure it's like spam or something, so sorry about that. I haven't seen what it is. I'm sure it's pretty interesting, so just send it to my email. Shout out to Brad and Jacob also. All you guys, I really appreciate your comments and the back and forth. Very much enjoying it, and like I say, I try and answer any questions I can whenever you give them to me, so by all means, keep them coming. Oh, also, shout out to Maddie Mukbang. Just saw that she subscribed a little while ago. I think she's probably my only female subscriber, possibly only female viewer. When I look in my metrics, it's like viewers male 100%, female 0. So anyway, thanks for subscribing. Hope you're enjoying the videos. Another thing, guys, if any of you have signed up for my emails and you're not getting them, check your junk mail folder. For the most part, they seem to go out fine, but whenever you sign up, it sends you an email that you have to confirm in order to actually get the newsletters. Check your junk mail. If there's nothing there, send me an email, daytradernextdoor@gmail.com. I'll go into the back end of it and make sure that you're on the list. And guys, thanks for letting me know about how your days go when you have good days and bad days. We all have those. I had a really nice day today. Who knows what the next day is going to be. I may take tomorrow off, actually, because today was such a good day, because oftentimes I find after your best days, you get your worst days. So just remember, though, guys, don't ever let yourself take a real bad day. If you cut out 100% of those real bad days, it makes all the difference in the world. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, guys. We'll talk to you soon.